Be me, 16, at grocery store getting snacked up. Standing in chip aisle getting wheat thins. Tard and mother start to walk past aisle.
Maybe I want chips now.
Fine, you may get one bag. Tard waddles up next to me. Nothing much, just keep looking for the price of these delicious as fuck wheat thins. Tard starts mumbling.
You like snakes.
What?
You like those chips?
Oh yeah?
Why are you here?
To get snacks?
To get snakes.
Yeah?
To get snakes?
What the shit.ogr?
You come here to get snakes?
He harnesses the power of the 7 tards and flips out. Jumps into my cart. Takes bag of chips.
Your snakes?
Tears it to shreds with his teeth. Mom starts walking over. Take your time, Farquad. Tard rocks over cart. Runs past shelves, knocking all of the bags and boxes off. Belly flops onto chip bags, all of them pop. Mom arrives.
How could you let him do this?
What.pib?
I got snake, mommy.
My face went. Be me, 17, just got paid. Taking little bro to Arby's to get some dinner. Waiting in a long-ass line. See a 300-pound lard-ass neckbeard who was afflicted with the downs, carrying a Naruto body pillow. Cuts everybody in line and demands a roast beef sandwich. The cashier lady gives in and lets him cut, so she doesn't get fired for upsetting a tard. The man pays for his sandwich and immediately heads for the bathroom. By the time I order our food, I had already forgotten about the lard tard. Sit down with my bro to eat. When my bro is done, he says he needs to go to the bathroom before we go. He walks into the bathroom and immediately starts screaming. I run to him to see if he's alright. My brother is throwing up on the ground because of the tard's stank nut sweat. The tard was at the sink fucking his roast beef sandwich. Oh god, the fucking smell.png. He nuts and proceeds to take a bite. He then proceeds to fuck it some more. Me and my bro escape to the lobby of the establishment where the manager calls the police. My face when the man is dragged out with the sandwich still hanging on his dick. My face when my 5-year-old brother is now scared of roast beef. Be in middle school, probably like 14. Remembrance Day assembly. Have to do moment of silence thing. Hear slight squeaking in the back of gym. Tard starts to groan. I can feel a smirk coming on. Groaning becomes screaming. Squeaking becomes thrashing. Kids start howling. Trying so hard not to laugh, I tense up my entire body. Other tards start to yell, faces going red. Every tard in the gym is now screaming at the top of their lungs. 21 tard salute. Be me, yesterday. Go to mall with friends. Go from store to store having a good time. After buying what we wanted, we go to a fast food restaurant in the mall. Plan to end the day with a movie in the mall's built-in AMC theater. Until this severely overweight neckbeard tard walks into the restaurant wearing a toy infinity gauntlet. This gonna be bad.wave. Decide to fuck with the tard while it walks by.
Nice lightsaber, Batman.
It shrieks with the force of 1,000 kazoos.
Yeah, I'm not Batman and this is not a lightsaber.
Ow, my ears.gif. It proceeds to pull me out of my seat and punch me in the chest with its toy glove with the force of 1,000 Mexicans. In complete shock, unable to move, I took punch after punch to the chest. And my lazy-ass friends just sat there watching until they realized I couldn't keep taking punches. It took all 5 of my friends to restrain this sack of shit. They waited for its wrangler to come in and take the tard away while I lay there in pain and wheezing, trying to breathe. After 20 minutes, they took me to the hospital to make sure that I didn't have any broken ribs. It wasn't anything serious, just a badly bruised chest. I'm still kind of sick, so it hurts like hell to cough. Fuck you, Thanos Tard. First year teaching. Be teaching freshman history in the cafeteria due to the size of the class. Fats McGee and his retard 3 walk in, push past me, go to the vending machine. Turn around to bitch them out. See they're retarded. Fats McGee locks eyes with me. I am suddenly very, very aware of just how large and ape-like Fats McGee is. In those eyes, I see no desire except that to inflict violence. Fats McGee gets his arm stuck in vending machine trying to reach up to pull chips out. Suddenly a lot less intimidated. Fats McGee starts screaming and flailing, twists his arm bad. I simply stare. Tard guard comes in, trying to free him. The retard 3 are flailing around, crying. My entire class has stopped to watch the chaos. One of the retard 3 starts blaming me in his sputtering retard tone. What? Fats McGee wets himself, lies there in a puddle of his urine, crying. Arm still in the vending machine. Firefighters had to come and cut the vending machine to shit to free him. Thus begins a legend of unstoppable Tard. His eyes lock with mine one final time as they lead him away. I see in those eyes smoldering rage. This job is going to suck. Teaching about mental disorders, ironically. Fats McGee and his retard 3 walk in out of the blue and sit in desks. What are you doing? Retard looks at me. Starts emitting this horrible screech gurgle noise. My face when. The noise continues. Start preparing to evacuate the class. Fats McGee suddenly lowers his head. Vomits all over the fucking desk. All over the floor. There are undigested hunks of hot dog floating around in his stomach acid. The other 3 tardlets that followed Fats McGee start laughing and running around the room. I go to get the Tard guard. Tard guard have gone outside to let the retards play kickball on the baseball field. There's 3 of them up in my room. Oh, will you bring them up here? No. Come get them. Lead Tard guard down to classroom. Tard guard rounds up Fats McGee and the retard 3. Walks out. Doesn't do anything about the vomit desk. Have to teach outside all day because of the fucking smell. 6 months after the first incident. Sitting in classroom, working on some school stuff. At this point, I'm trying to get my master's. Hear running in the hall. Glance up. Fats McGee and his retard 3 are running down the hall, bursting into classrooms and waving to teachers that actually like them. Stare as they burst into my classroom. One waves. Don't wave back. Please go. You're disrupting my classroom. Tard walks in. Stares. I stare back. Lets out the same high-pitched gurgle noise. A noise I'd come to call the Song of the Tard. Starts trying to take the pile of essays I'm grading. What the fuck, stop! Tard guard walks in. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you. Oh, there. Oh. This Tard guard managed to lose her tards. Coughs slightly.
What? They can't help it.
I personally don't agree that they can't help it because I have a special ed family member who doesn't act like that. Please leave. Bitch mode 3000 engaged. I get bitched at. Go to the principal's office with Tard guard.
He got all uppity because my special ed student entered his classroom. He must hate special ed.
Why weren't they with you? Dumb bitch goes quiet. She gets fired 2 weeks later. My face when. Cramming for my final exam in childhood education to get my master's. Class is taking notes while I press shit on PowerPoint, barely paying attention. Suddenly hear a girl in my class scream. Stand up, expecting someone to have a knife because I teach in one of the shittiest schools in the nation. Fats McGee and his retard 3 have walked in and started screaming retard speech at this girl, trying to steal her orange Fanta. I've just about had enough of this fucking shit. Grab Fats McGee by his chub arm. Fats starts screaming and struggling. His buddies start crying. Don't even care. Drag Fats McGee back to the Tard cage, aka Thunderdome. Throw open door during quiet time. Scream at Tard guard. Second time this semester, and after one of you have been fired because of it, learn to do your job. Shove Fats in. Friends follow. Walk back to classroom, but not before seeing that Fats had royally shit himself. Bad enough that it doesn't even look like a stain. It looks like actual shit is dribbling from his pants. Laugh all the way back to my classroom. Slam door. Let students watch Man vs. Wild for the rest of class. Hand sanitize so much the rest of the day I start taking skin off. Don't even give a fuck. Fats must be a sophomore about this point. I have my master's and plan on working on my doctorate soon. I've become the baseball coach because the previous one was arrested for diddling the pickle of students. Lead students towards field for 4th block, which is practice/strength and conditioning. Tards are on the field. Calmly ask Tard Guard if they can wrap it up since the Tards only have the field for 3rd block. Tard Guard, a hot one that I actually like, starts rounding them up, doing her job. Fats McGee decides to continue what will be a war until he graduates. Fats looks at me, starts running away from the Tard Guard. Tard Guard begins pursuit. Fats runs up the bleachers. He gets to the top and hurls his blue jeans at the Tard Guard. The Tard Guard is pegged and now wrapped in shit-covered blue jeans. Fats is showing immense stamina, capable of running while creating a massive fucking trail. He spins every time a guard gets close, becoming a literal whirlwind of shit. Tard points at me, finally stops running.
Give him.
My face went. We practiced in the gym that day. Later the same year as the baseball field incident, it's homecoming day, which means we don't do shit. And there are various activities for the kids. Sitting on bleachers, studying because I'm a fucking nerd. Hear clanking. Look up. Oh, fucking Christ. Here comes Fats McGee and his retard 3. Fats tries to do the cool slide the bullies do in the movies and ends up slamming into me. The stink. He smelled like 4-day-old boiled cabbage that had been left out in the sun and marinated in piss and horse jizz. His retard 3 sit in front of me, facing me. Female friend passes by, is clearly pleased by my friendliness towards the Tards. Choose to accept brownie points, but hope in my heart that the look of terror on my face betrays the idea I'm being friendly. The 3 are still staring. One is drooling, and it's starting to pool on my book. Can you stop that? Fats is screeching in my ear. Life starts flashing before my eyes. Baseball player walks up, starts making loud noises, telling the retards to go the fuck away. I become best friends with a player of mine, Ray. He'll be important later. Begin plotting my revenge. Notice there's shit stains on the bleacher next to me, and the book I was reading is ruined. Move to a new bleacher. Resume revenge plot. Second semester of Fat's sophomore year. There have been many minor events between Part 5 and 6, but nothing that wouldn't be much more than a repeat. Has been dealing with Fats McGee shit for 2.5 years now. Me and Ray, who was a senior, have become steadfast allies against the Tard menace. I discover that I'm going to have to cancel practice the day before a big game because of a disco-themed prom for the Tard Empire. Begin plotting with Ray. Ray finds Fats' friends alone at some point. He gives Fats' friends $15 to, in the middle of the prom, whip his dick out and start rubbing Fats with it. Ray convinces me to go to prom where he's being a peer buddy, telling me that it'll be worth it. Sitting, being bored and irritated at Ray. Suddenly, one of the retard 3 whips out his dick and starts rubbing it against Fats. Fats panics and starts screeching. Tard Guard is otherwise occupied. Oh my god, Ray, you didn't. Oh my god, I totally did, coach. Suddenly, Fats goes into rage mode, final form. Fats whips out his own chode-like Tard penis and starts dueling his friend, screaming in Tard rage. The Tard friend has no idea. Fats suddenly grabs his Tard friend and hurls him into a big plastic pillar they set up for pictures. The pillar falls, nearly crushing the Tard Guard. All hell breaks loose. Fats has removed his pants completely and is waving his dick around, pissing on everything. The retard 3 have all started cock-dueling. I'm staring, awestruck at what Ray has wrought. Fats looks at me. Oh, fucking Jesus, it's the end here. Fats slams into me at full retard speed and starts screaming in my face. Ray pulls him off, but gets in trouble later for attacking the kid because of ultimate mother bitch mode. I stand, covered in Tard urine and shit. Will shower forever when I get home. I think at that point, Fats realized how bad he fucked up, because he just started crying. Thus, the beginning of the end had arrived. I was forced to remove Ray from the team because of the prom incident, but we're still fast friends even after he graduates. I'm entering my 3rd year of teaching and Fats' junior year. It's taken all summer, but I finally figured out my plan. I can't get damaged in school, or they'd find a way to blame me or the school. I have to find a way to get Fats to damage me outside of school. I know for a fact Fats is turning 18 soon because he was held back a year in middle school, so I could get him tried as an adult. I use a cookie to befriend one of his retard 3, and now have a spy in the base. I learned that Fats' birthday is March 31st, the 2nd semester of his junior year. Excellent. While I plan, I continue being a good teacher, and am close to getting my PhD. One day, after moving to a new classroom, Fats begins to fade from my mind because I'm not so close to him. Then it happens. Finally, March rolls around, April 1st comes. It is time. I start learning Fats' pattern, what he does for fun. It turns out Fats is an avid fan of movies and loves going to the cinema. Finally, I use my spy to learn when Fats is going to be at a movie. I drive to the theater and spot Fats in line. It's time. I prepare myself before walking towards the movie. I don't let him see me until we're in the concession line. Just my luck. They made fresh popcorn and he had a bucket. This is going to hurt really fucking bad, but it'll be worth it. Fats turns around. Mouth. Found you, fuck nugget. Fats starts screaming. Sing me to my sleep, B. Incoming final boss battle. Stare down Fats. Fats starts freaking the fuck out and shaking. Mother turns towards me, eyes widen as she recognizes me. Just grin. Fats suddenly throws the steaming popcorn at me and lunges on me. I'm getting wailed on by a retard. Security suddenly comes and yanks him off. Spot one security guard that looks familiar. Holy shit, it's Ray. Police are called because I'm bleeding. I press charges. His mother rages and says I provoked him. Teachers from school testify that Fats was always incredibly aggressive and rage-filled. Every incident he ever caused is brought into it. Fats is found guilty as an adult of 4th-degree assault and is given 9 months in jail, plus a $5,000 fine. I walk out of the courthouse, stare up at the clouds. It is finished. No matter what happens, no matter how old I get, I'll never forget Fats McGee and his retard 3. And if you ever plan on tarting it up in my school, just remember who stands between you and chaos, you sniveling little down shit. And thus ends the tale of Fats McGee.